Because this body is floating. It's not stuck.
Hey, you okay, bro? Dude! Hey!
Mom's okay. Dad's not coming back.
It was meant to be just a regular hike in Patagonia, but at Torres del Paine, something truly unbelievable happened.
Should we get that on video?
Stay there.
Came out of the bushes and casually walked right through a group of shocked tourists. Luckily, no one was hurt, but one wrong move or sudden reaction, and things could have gone very badly, very quickly. People discovered a weird creature resting on the sand at Green Harbor Beach. At first glance, it resembled a flower or a bird, but up close, it was much weirder. It had pink wing-like flaps and a thick, long tail. No obvious mouth or fins, just a really alien look. People on the beach weren't sure whether to approach it or stay back, worried it might be poisonous. Even after searching online, no one could identify what it was. These fishermen were out in the middle of the ocean when, right at the height of their excitement, something completely unexpected happened. A blue marlin suddenly leaped so high it crashed right onto the boat, causing total chaos. Luckily, no one was hurt, and the marlin was safely returned to the ocean. But it must have been a huge shock for both the fishermen and the fish. A boat was cruising down a river in Putumayo, Colombia, when something huge suddenly surfaced in the water.
This is one large fish.
The figure glided rapidly through the murky river, moving with a speed and intention that ruled out it being just a floating log.
You getting it on the yeah. Wow, dude.
Wow.
The person filming tried to get a clear shot, but the water was too murky to make out details. Still, the dark figure kept pushing forward, appearing again and again. Some people believe it's a huge alligator or an anaconda, while others say it resembles the Loch Ness Monster. But whatever it wasn't just drifting. It was alive and moved, like it knew someone was watching. The couple was hurrying to their car in the pouring rain when, out of nowhere, this happened. A lightning bolt hit just a few feet away. If they'd been a few seconds slower, things could have turned out very differently. Pure luck was on their side that day. A group of fishermen spotted something odd far out on the water, and as they got closer, they began to understand what it was. A little girl was spotted drifting all alone on a unicorn float, surprisingly calm despite being lost in the open ocean. Suddenly, a missing child alert from a nearby beach came to mind, and it clicked. She must have drifted away while playing. Without hesitation, they steered toward her and pulled her aboard, reuniting the girl safely with her family. A bunch of people were swimming when out of nowhere, a big reptile slipped right under the water and popped up just a few feet away. Surprisingly, no one freaked out. Most thought it was a saltwater croc, but someone pointed out it was actually an American croc, which is usually less aggressive than others. Still, having it that close was pretty intense. In the Sasquatch research world, few names are as respected as Scott Carpenter's. But this time, it's not Scott sharing the raw, unedited footage. It's his son carrying on his father's legacy. He's calling on the Sasquatch community to keep the work going and to ask their own questions. This 2013 sighting is shared with deep respect and a challenge to those watching.
I don't have the ability to do that, but I know there are some amazing researchers in this community that can.
The video begins just as you'd expect from Scott, quiet, focused, and very observant.
Thing I wanted to show you before I got out of here, I'd done a mock stick structure right here, where I'd made just an X.
He's seen returning to a spot where he'd built a mock X-shaped stick structure, only to find that the balanced piece had been snapped clean in half.
Balanced a stick right here, and I actually put it underneath there, and I have to go back and...
The stick has been thrown to the ground, and Scott explains how Sasquatch don't like teepee-style structures, so they balance a stick, snap it, and lay it down as a sign. Scott stays calm and collected, but it's clear he's rattled. He's seen this behavior before, and he knows it's intentional and meaningful. Then things take an even darker turn.
Darted in this area, scared the crap out of me. Black, large. Looked like I saw his trailing arm. See.
He looks toward the trees and spots something massive and dark moving quietly. Suddenly it hits him. He's surrounded by Bigfoot.
Of Dad being surrounded by those Bigfoot. This is continuing where he's talking about the stick structure.
He finds himself in a tight spot. It's not just one, but several Bigfoots closing in around him. He's pinned down, and he knows it. Suddenly, something darts behind a tree up ahead, pulling his attention as he cautiously follows it, completely alone.
Probably got my attention by making noise. And darting between the trees, I come up here, and whoever's down there does what they need to do.
Fear starts to sink in. He realizes they might be using a distraction to draw him uphill while the others circle behind. Suddenly, something catches Scott's eye.
My boot. So that's a 16, 17-inch track. And like I said, right here's the heel mark. I'm gonna put, my boot's 13 inches long. That's a good 3 inches longer than my boot.
He spots it, a clear, deep print with heel and toes. Pressed into the soft ground, he doesn't linger long. He's too shocked. By the end of the video, it's obvious Scott is badly shaken.
There's some more signing. I had a football right here. Very hard to tell, but...
The silence, the tension, and the sense that something is toying with him are far more terrifying than any jump scare. And now, thanks to his son, we get to witness it, completely raw, unfiltered, and deeply unsettling. On August 25th, 2023, a dad and his daughter stepped outside their holiday bungalow for a calm walk in the nearby woods. Things were relaxed, and the dad started filming a quick video to send to his wife. But then, something unexpected happened.
Over there.
Where?
It's like there.
There's somebody over there. They ain't supposed to be in our woods. Who is that? Do you see him?
Yeah. He's walking.
What is that? Man, we gotta... All right, hey, let's go up here and we'll turn around, all right?
He did his best to stay calm for his daughter, but what they saw was impossible to ignore. It looked just like all the stories about Bigfoot. After that, they decided to leave the forest. On October 28, 2004, David John Shaw, a 50-year-old Australian airline pilot and scuba diver, set a world record for the deepest successful dive by reaching 270 meters in Bushman's Hole, one of the deepest freshwater caves in the world. His goal was simply to break the record, but when he got to the bottom, he found something that stopped him. The body of Dion Dreyer, a 20-year-old diver who had died in that cave 10 years earlier. Since bodies sink at extreme depths, Dion's never floated back up. Because diving that deep is so dangerous, there were no plans to retrieve him at the time. A plaque was placed near the dive site in his memory, so Dave immediately recognized what he saw. After staring at the body for a moment, Dave tried to bring Dion up, but his tanks were stuck deep in the mud. Plus, Dave had already spent a risky amount of time down there, so staying longer could have been deadly. Instead, he tied a line to the body and headed back to the surface with this grim discovery.
Very steep. And when I saw the body over to my left, I thought, oh, that's the end of going deep. So just tied my line to it. And by then I was, well, we won't discuss that. So I just left my line.
After discovering Dion's body, Dave promised his parents to retrieve it. Months later, on January 8, 2005, he began the dangerous dive with a detailed plan involving police divers, the Defense Force, and medics. Dave was to reach the body using a tied line, place it in a body bag, and slowly ascend over 12 hours to avoid decompression sickness. He would pass the body to his friend Don Shirley at 220 meters, who would then hand it to support divers at various depths while monitoring Dave. However, about an hour and a half in, support divers reported no sign of Dave or Don. Shortly after, Don messaged that he saw Dave motionless in the distance, marking the start of a tragic disaster.
Don's okay. Dave's not coming out.
While this message was reaching the surface, Don attempted to get to Dave but went beyond his planned depth, causing his rebreather controller to fail. This resulted in oxygen poisoning and vomiting deep underwater. Thankfully, he managed to hold on to the line and was eventually pulled out alive. Dave, however, didn't survive. When rescuers recovered his body, they discovered Dion's body still tied to the recovery line. Investigators reviewed footage from Dave's helmet camera, though the only version online is narrated by Don. The video shows Dave following the line to locate Dion's body and trying to place it in a bag. That's when things went wrong. Dion's body became loose from the mud and started moving unpredictably. Dave kept trying, but got tangled in the line, which led to the fatal accident.
Because this body is floating, it's not stuck, everything's moving. Right, light gets caught on the line there, move it out of the way, still got a nice bright light.
All this effort made Dave lose track of his gauges, causing him to suffer from nitrogen narcosis, which means poor judgment, trouble focusing, and weakened muscles and nerves. Simply put, he lost the ability to do what was needed to survive at that depth. He tried to cut the tangled line, but couldn't coordinate well enough. As he struggled to stay awake, the last thing he saw was Dion's lifeless face mask staring back at him. Soon after, Dave passed away. The only small consolation was that the tangled line kept Dion's body close enough for Dave to complete his mission, recovering the body, but sadly at the cost of his own life. A huge mola head washed up on shore, its flesh savagely ripped apart by something much larger. The sheer size was startling, but what really caused alarm were the deep, jagged bite marks covering it, a sign of some monstrous predator lurking in the deep. While a few wondered if a ship's propeller could have caused the damage, the brutal nature of the wounds told a different story. It looked far more like the work of some massive, terrifying beast from the depths. Two fishermen chose to fish during a thunderstorm, and suddenly lightning struck the water close by. One of them was holding a fishing rod that was partly in the water and got shocked because the rod conducted electricity. Their rubber clothing gave some protection, but the rod acted like a path for the electric current. The electric shock obviously surprised them and likely made them reconsider fishing in the storm. A group captured a creepy video of a figure walking on two legs inside narrow tunnels. As it moves through the confined spaces, it looks less and less like a human. Some think it could be a ghost or a paranormal presence haunting the dark underground. In the wild, getting too close to bears can be deadly. It's best to admire them from a safe distance, either on screen or from afar. In this trail cam footage, a man comes face to face with a bear and tries to escape by climbing a tree. The bear follows, clawing and biting as it tries to catch him. The man defends himself, but the bear continues to climb after him. After a tense fight, the bear eventually gives up and leaves. The man survives, but not everyone is as fortunate. While out fishing on the open ocean, a person spotted some strange shapes moving far off in the distance.
Unos espíritus andando. ¿Sí los ven o soy yo nomás? ¿Sí los ven? ¿Ven los espíritus caminando?
Veo varios.
Su madre. Qué playa tan más rara, ¿eh?
¡Ahí vienen!
Mira las gaviotas ahí pasando. Corre, corre, corre.
The footage shows shadowy figures that appear to be walking across the water, despite no islands or land in sight. The observer is certain nothing should be out there, and with no clear explanation, the mystery is left open to interpretation. A Reddit user named RobConan96 posted a brief but intense underwater video where, while swimming in murky water, a massive shark suddenly showed up and grazed his head. Thankfully, he was unharmed, but it was a seriously close call. While walking through the wilderness, a man hears strange purring sounds coming from a cave. As curiosity draws the explorer closer, he spots a creature with glowing eyes peering from an opening in the cave. Some speculate it could be a mountain lion, a known inhabitant of remote areas, with reflective eyes that appear to glow in low light. Others wonder if something darker or more mysterious might be lurking inside. While patrolling a remote part of the wilderness, a game warden and his son came across something strange, a huge figure standing in a shallow stream. They quickly grabbed a phone and started filming. The thing was massive, covered in dark, tangled hair, and moved slowly, like it knew they were watching, but just didn't care. They called out to it, but it never answered.
Hey, you!
Whatever it was, it looked eerily like what people describe as Bigfoot. Could it actually be Bigfoot? Or maybe something else entirely hiding deep in the woods, just waiting to be discovered? Tony Lopez was at SeaWorld San Diego with his family. While admiring the handprints visitors made by warming the ice, they suddenly noticed something chilling.
For a while, it'll start melting through the ice. Then, was there a horse in here? Oh no, somebody had their hand in here. You'd have to be here and have no life and no desire to do anything else and just sit here and wait for it to melt like that.
An eye seemed to be staring at them from one of the holes. Was it just a creepy illusion caused by the ice, or was someone actually watching them from behind the wall? This dashcam clip, taken by an oil field worker roughly 30 miles east of Banff, near Nord, Alberta, didn't stand out at first. It was just another routine day, inspecting pipeline equipment with the radio on in the background.
That's one of the reasons that a lot of this news gets so much traction. Layer on top of that the uncertainty.
While reviewing the footage later for something unrelated, the worker spotted a tall, shadowy figure standing quietly among the trees, partially hidden by the snow. Even more unsettling, it appeared to be holding something to its chest. Meanwhile, the worker can be seen in the video, calmly stepping out of the vehicle to inspect the equipment.
In an online term. Yeah, Gene made a really good point. This is the perfect storm for the spread of misinformation, because we have social media now, but it also plays to our...
Frosted branches surround the scene, and a faint radio broadcast plays in the background. It's a calm, quiet day, just another routine moment deep in the northern woods.
Looking at information that perhaps we wouldn't have been exposed to otherwise, I've read about something called the negativity bias. So how does that affect how...
As the truck pulls away and slowly turns left, nothing seems out of place. But moments later, when the right side of the frame is zoomed in, it's there. A tall, dark figure standing silently in the snow just beyond the tree line. It's massive, upright, and partially obscured by falling snow and trees. Even more eerie, it looks like it's holding something close to its chest, a detail that sparked a huge debate in the comments. A fisherman noticed something zooming through the water at an incredible speed, something completely unfamiliar to him. Curious and unsure what it was, he started filming. The object sped through the water in a flash, giving only a brief look at its upper body. People online have suggested it might be a blue marlin or a bird flying low over the water, but many viewers, including the fishermen, are confused since they've never seen anything that fast and large in the ocean. So, what could it actually be? This video captures a truly intriguing moment. An unidentified person appears to be both driving and recording at the same time, capturing an extraordinary scene on a trail camera. The drive goes on for a bit, building tension, until the car suddenly stops and makes a sharp left turn. That's when we spot it, a tall, dark, and surprisingly quick creature darting away, as if trying to stay out of sight. What could it be? The experience clearly left a lasting impression on the person who captured it. This recent event in Miami, Florida, was captured on video from two perspectives, one by a bystander and the other by CCTV cameras.
Oh my God! Bram! Call 911! Call 911!
A speedboat lost control, crashing into multiple docked boats before capsizing. The adult driving had allowed a young child to sit on their lap and steer, but the child accidentally hit the throttle, causing the boat to surge forward. It was a reckless choice that could have ended in tragedy, but thankfully, no one was seriously hurt. This fisherman saw large fish swimming close to the surface in the shallow water beneath the dock. Rather than using a fishing rod, he tried a different approach. Holding a small fish as bait, he dangled it just above the water, and then something surprising occurred.
Here comes one, Billy.
Suddenly, a huge tarpon lunged at the bait in a quick, powerful move. He caught the giant fish with his bare hands, and although the struggle was fierce, he managed to hold on. A man heard terrifying screams coming from a building and went inside to check it out. As he neared, the sounds intensified, resembling a woman pleading for help and being tortured. As the man approached the source of the voices, a dark figure suddenly appeared and charged straight at him, forcing him to flee for his life. Whether it was a ghost or a potential serial killer, the truth remains unknown. In early 2025, a couple visiting Larcomar Beach in Lima caught something eerie on camera.
Está bueno para tener mucho quito, ¿no? Y todo esto bueno para cuidando los gatos.
While fishing and watching the sunset, they spotted a dark, shadowy figure walking across the water like there was solid ground beneath it. Since the area is known to be deep, the sight was even stranger. The figure looked human, but moved oddly. The couple left more puzzled than at ease. Their peaceful evening turned into a mystery that remains unexplained to this day. A fisherman headed out onto a murky river, expecting a peaceful day of fishing, only to come face to face with a much more dangerous surprise. A snake started slithering toward his boat, completely ignoring his efforts to scare it away. To his shock, it climbed right aboard. You can only imagine the fear of being stuck on the water with a snake now sharing the boat. How he dealt with the situation is still unknown. Inside an abandoned animal hospital, a man found a dog locked in a cage. Curious, he went closer to check on the poor animal's condition, but what he saw was nothing like he expected. The dog was speaking and had strange eyes and unusual body features. Then, suddenly, the dog let out a scream that didn't sound like any normal dog bark.
Can you understand me? What?
If it wasn't a regular dog, then what else could it have been? A guy was just putting a base back into the swamp like usual. Nothing weird. But the moment the fish hit the water, it suddenly got aggressive.
Biggest bass this season. Going back in the water. Swim off, you beautiful, beautiful. Ah!
It missed by just inches, but you could tell it was going for his finger. When he watched the video later, he realized how close it really was, and how his quick reflexes actually saved him. In this clip, the individual standing suddenly falls as their life drains from their body. The video was posted by an anonymous account, which adds a creepy vibe to the whole situation. It feels like someone literally drained the life from that person at the ATM. I'll leave the mystery to you. What do you think happened? While fishing in the Mexican Sea, fishermen witnessed something truly wild. They spotted 5 waterspouts swirling over the water simultaneously. These weren't just typical winds. They appeared as long, twisting ropes descending from the clouds, spinning fast and fierce like tornadoes formed over the sea. From a distance, the scene was breathtaking, almost unbelievable. However, waterspouts can create strong winds in moments, making it risky for boats nearby. Fortunately, the waterspouts didn't get too close, and the fishermen returned safely. While fishing by a river under a large bridge on a sunny day, someone was casually filming when suddenly something odd showed up. A gray, somewhat human-like figure emerged from behind a bridge pillar, but before they could get a clear view, it slipped away and disappeared. Nobody really understands what it was or why it would be there, leading some to wonder if it might have been an alien. At an undisclosed spot known as Skinwalker, a man chose to record what he found in the dark. He didn't expect to encounter some of the most frightening creatures he'd ever seen, not just once, but twice. The video shows these eerie beings moving around, and when it surfaced online, many believed it captured the legendary Skinwalkers. Their long hair, short arms, and strange bodies made it seem like a genuine sighting, though some think it might be a carefully planned hoax. An adventurous biker captured this footage during one of his rides when he came across scattered bones on the trail. He then found a strange tree fallen over, like it was marking an entrance. Curious, he investigated, but heard cries for help from nowhere. Hearing twigs snapping scared him enough to run, but the mystery pulled him back a few days later. As he explored deeper, he found more bones, and the forest grew eerily silent. Suddenly, he saw a strange creature watching him from a distance, which scared him into running for his life. It's suspected the creature could have been a skinwalker, known for mimicking sounds to lure people. After surviving the encounter, he was truly lucky. A group of fishermen were boating near Zlobin, Belarus, when they spotted a thick swarm of insects buzzing just above the water. To show how bad it was, they held their hats over the surface, and within seconds, the hats were swarmed with mosquitoes. They weren't the only ones struggling with it. Locals had been complaining too. Bus stops, parks, and playgrounds were all swarming with bugs, and nobody really knew why. While fishing in the Amazon River, a group of fishermen encountered something frightening, a huge snake moving silently through the water. The person filming wasn't sure if it was a giant anaconda or something even larger. Although the video is short and somewhat blurry, whatever it was made a strong and lasting impression. This clip, shared on Reddit, shows a fisherman holding an anaconda by its tail in the middle of a murky river. The massive, tense snake moves through the water as the man struggles to keep his grip. The video starts partway through, so no one knows exactly how or why the encounter began. What is clear, however, is that the snake has a large bulge in its belly, likely from a recent meal. Many viewers agree that grabbing a wild anaconda like that is definitely not a smart move. A man was enjoying a trip to Lake Alpine with his girlfriend when they accidentally caught something unsettling on camera.
Okay, ducky.
While filming the area, a strange buzzing noise, like something out of an alien abduction, can be heard, followed by a quieter version of the same sound just a second later. Interestingly, they didn't hear the sound while filming, which makes it even more mysterious. The user is left wondering what could have caused such a creepy noise. This clip is from the YouTube channel Proving Demons, where the crew explores an old, abandoned mine said to be a portal to hell. As the cameras roll and tensions rise, they descend into the darkness, unaware of the strange events that await.
Welcome to the gates of hell, everybody. We're in.
At first, the mood is light, with jokes about how the eerie surroundings resemble a scene from Minecraft. But as they go deeper, things start to get increasingly strange.
My life, our life, all the boys, is literally just Minecraft in real life. Isn't it? I mean, this is just flat out Minecraft in real life. Oh God, I've just come up to something quite odd. There's just a black door down here. So I'm on my way to find out what's behind it. Oh. It's being weighted with a rock. Obviously not strong enough to keep me out. What's up?
I don't know if it was the echoes from you walking, but I had to stop because it sounded like people was just like walking behind me talking.
Really?
Yeah.
One of them finds a pitch-black door sealed with a rock, not the most comforting thing to come across deep underground. As he opens it, the atmosphere changes instantly, and strange noises begin to echo down the tunnel.
And moaning? What the hell is that? Oh God, it's getting louder. Do you hear that? Oh God, I don't like that. Crap, I need to try and catch some of it on recorder. There's some hellish noises going on. Oh God, I can't go that way though. I just heard like a whisper, well, like a breathing. I don't want to be near that.
Separated from the group, he rushes back in a panic, demanding to know if anyone had been banging or making noises like drums or moaning. The rest of the team is baffled, claiming no one had been near it and no drum had been left behind. Whatever those sounds were, they weren't coming from them.
Quite a ways away from you guys. It honestly sounded like the entrance to hell. I could hear boom, 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 and just something going, "Ugh." Like, it was really faint and like muffled.
Calls the gates of hell.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
They might have made it out safely, but the question still lingers. What was hiding in that darkness, echoing through the mind like something out of a nightmare? Check out this odd scene, a bunch of turtles being dug out of the ground. At first, it might seem puzzling, but some species of turtles hibernate underground during the colder months, burying themselves in soil or leaf litter to stay safe and conserve energy when food is scarce. According to some, this is like tucking them into a cozy bed for their long rest. A YouTuber called D's Dark Adventures recently shared a weird clip sent in by a viewer. D said an elderly man filmed 2 mysterious figures on his neighbor's rural land about 3 years ago. Now, the man's grandson says he saw something similar while exploring the same area. The new video shows a dark humanoid shape crouching in the bushes. When the man gets closer, the figure suddenly stands up and runs off into the trees. Some think it might be a cryptid, while others say it's just a trespasser caught in a strange moment. But the weird thing is, there are no clear details, just a totally black silhouette. If it was just a person, why would they be dressed head to toe in black, hiding in the middle of nowhere? One eerie night in a parking lot, a man came across a disturbing sight.
Hey, man. Hey, you okay, bro? Dude! Hey!
A man was found bent backward in an uncomfortable position, seemingly frozen. Even so, his eyes remained wide open and he appeared to be breathing. The person recording was both confused and concerned, attempting to talk to the unresponsive man, but received no reply. This unusual event has sparked speculation among viewers about whether it could be related to a medical issue. One afternoon, a woman was walking through the forest when she came across something totally unexpected.
I heard some kind of weird call, like a guttural throat growl or something.
She started hearing weird sounds and decided to record what was happening. At first, she thought it might be a bear, but the more she watched, the stranger it all seemed. Was it some unknown creature, or was her mind just playing tricks on her? On March 19th, 2025, a YouTuber named Safety Third uploaded a video that quickly caught the attention of urban explorers and survival enthusiasts. Known for exploring abandoned and hazardous places, this time he ventured deep into the Appalachian wilderness to locate an old auger mine that had been forgotten for decades. The video starts with a long, quiet hike through overgrown trails and steep, eroded mountain paths, relying only on an old mining marker as a guide. After tackling landslide debris and nearly impassable terrain, he finally came across what appeared to be the main's entrance.
That one's collapsed inside. That may be part of something bigger. Means we gotta keep our eyes open. Obviously, not like I haven't been, but these may be leading into mines. More augers. Man, all I want is a giant concrete entrance jutting out from the mountain. That is all I want for Christmas. Right after I said that, I see this. That is just a coal scoop. That is all that is. Just one of those coal scoops, man. I don't know. That is definitely the seam. I wonder why they do that. Maybe it's like a prospect, you know, just to check and see what quality it is. I may need to look at that bank. old barrels. Maybe washed down from the top. You know, the strip mine, maybe. It looks to be what that is. Just old barrels. They're in this washdown. It's a pretty severe washdown. It's probably where they're from.
As he drew closer to the gaping black opening in the mountainside, the air grew icy and a deep silence set in, broken only by the faint sound of water dripping from somewhere within. Flashlight and GoPro camera in hand, he crouched down and stepped into the dark void.
Is that mud? Holy crap, y'all. That's just a giant, unstable work area. I think it's filled with mud. Sounds muddy. Like quick mud. Water coming in everywhere. Look how wide this thing is. That is crazy. Doesn't seem too bad.
Inside the mine, water pooled across the floor, rotting beams sagged overhead, and sections of the ceiling had already fallen. The tunnel was much wider than a typical coal mine, suggesting it had been dug hastily. As he went deeper, he noticed fresh debris and areas where the ground had recently shifted. At one point, he came across a large chamber with a depression surrounded by fallen rock and wood, looking like it could collapse at any moment. Fearing a cave-in, he decided to turn back. The signs of water erosion made it clear that the tunnel was unstable. He eventually emerged safely, shaken but unharmed. Trail cam footage from 2019 shows a mysterious glowing object in the background. Experts agree that a living being is present and aware of being watched. While some suggest it's a bear or fireflies, paranormal enthusiasts think it's a large creature hiding among the trees, with glowing eyes reflecting light. The tree's height suggests the creature is about 7 to 8 feet tall with dark fur. Since gorillas don't live here, many believe it could be Bigfoot. Though there's no definitive proof, encountering such cryptids isn't impossible. What do you think? Is it Bigfoot or just a trick of the eye? The footage, taken late at night by some people at a beach, shows a pale, eerie figure that appears to have fin-like features. Its head is an odd mix between a dog and a humanoid face, making it look completely unnatural. The sight left the witnesses shaken, calling over others to confirm what they were seeing. The big question is, what is this thing? Where did it come from? And why is it here? Some in the paranormal community speculate it might be a merman or even an Atlantean being. What do you make of it? This footage shows a huge python resting by some trees, and you can easily imagine the rush of adrenaline if you came across such a massive snake in the wild. However, the surprise is that it's not a real snake. It's actually a robot. Action Adventure Twins is a YouTube channel run by brothers James and Edward, who have been exploring tight and risky caves since early 2020. Despite their experience, one of them nearly died in January 2022. That month, they decided to explore the famous Petty John's Cave in Georgia, which they had explored multiple times before, even finding an underground waterfall on a previous trip. Feeling confident, they planned to take on one of the toughest parts of the cave called Nervous Breakdown, known for how stressful it is for cavers. They began by making their way through the narrow, cramped entrance to reach the first open area of the cave.
Whoa, entrance room.
The cave soon started closing in, forcing the brothers to squeeze through tight passages. After 25 minutes, they reached a muddy room with a steep, narrow hole they had to carefully navigate. One slip could cause serious injury and rescue would be nearly impossible. They then reached the collapsed entrance to nervous breakdown, making the path hard to find. Edward eventually found the real entrance and eagerly began his descent, leaving his brother behind for safety. But after a few minutes, when Edward called out, he was met with complete silence, marking a critical moment.
I found a rope. Oh, I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh. James! James! It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him. I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same. It's just a jumble maze. We should have never split up.
After calling out to James with no response, Edward decided to backtrack, but he underestimated how tricky the maze was. Every direction looked the same, and the tight passages with jagged walls made it impossible to tell where he'd come from. His situation worsened with every step. Going the wrong way could trap him in a tight spot or even lead to a hidden drop-off. The real danger of caving isn't just injury, it's getting lost and exhausted in the cold, rocky caves, possibly leading to death. Edward's excited footage entering nervous breakdown could have ended with him lost, scared, and silent. Luckily, after wandering for a while, he spotted a single piece of tape far ahead that gave him hope.
Oh. The tape. Yeah. Okay, this tape looks familiar. Oh, yeah. This has got to be the way. I'm getting close. James! Still nothing.
That surprising clue was just what Edward needed. It helped him regain his sense of direction and start moving the right way. At last, he heard the most welcome sound he could have hoped for at that moment.
James! Oh! You're over here? Oh, dude. This place is a maze, man.
Oh, hey, I see your light.
Dude, I thought we were never gonna see each other.
Dude, I know.
They stayed close for the rest of their trip and managed to get out safely with no major injuries. They continue to explore caves on YouTube, but now they approach it much more carefully. In January 2013, while reviewing footage from a trail camera placed in the woods over several days, someone discovered a disturbing sight. The figure appeared to be an alien entity, though some believe it could be a ghost or an unknown creature. Initially, it was thought to be a deformed bush or an ordinary animal, but a closer look at its unusual movements and direct attention toward the camera made it clear that this was something truly unusual. Picture this, you're speeding down your favorite mountain trail, and out of nowhere, a deer hits you. This biker got lucky to make it through. The deer knocked him into a ditch, and the deer ended up by the road. We're not sure how badly the deer got hurt, but probably pretty bad. The biker wasn't totally unscathed either. It's a good reminder to respect wildlife and their space when we're out there. A group of thrill seekers was enjoying themselves on a glacier, having the time of their lives, when they came across something that transformed their icy adventure into a chilling mystery. The ice is solid enough to hold their weight, but when they look through it, there's water underneath. It's like the ice is playing tricks, showing a liquid world right beneath their feet. Is it a hidden gateway to an underwater wonderland, or just nature showing off? On September 7, 2024, James and Edward shared a video of a mysterious cave they discovered on their property. With an entrance this dangerous, even the best precautions might not have been enough.
All right, so the guy dropped us off halfway up the hill, and he doesn't know anybody who's been down this thing, But we were at the cave. He says he threw a rope down it with a rock and it was 200 feet deep before it stopped. So we got this stick here. We're gonna see if our rope reaches. It's still, oh, you were right, it kept going.
This alone is enough to terrify most people, with one person stating, "This channel has given me a new fear about walking in the woods. The fact that you could just slip and fall a hole like that is insane now. Anytime I go anywhere, I wonder how many massive voids are right below my feet that I could fall into at any moment." But that didn't stop Edward and James. They tied a rope to a nearby tree and began their descent into the steep cave. What they discovered inside was astonishing. The tiny opening led to a massive, breathtaking chasm.
Oh, wow. Yeah. This is a big one, man.
However, before they could fully take in the beauty of the cavern, things took a dark turn. Just moments after entering, they came across what appeared to be human remains scattered throughout the cave.
Comforting human bones, huh?
Look how big they are.
Dude, look behind you. There's like a little shrine of them. There's like, oh, that's a cranium. Dude, is that a human? Nah, I don't know. It's awfully round.
Yeah, that looks human, man.
That doesn't necessarily make, I don't know. I'm not a bone expert.
As they went deeper, the cave grew larger, and they found old ropes and harnesses fixed to the walls, adding to the mystery of the bones discovered earlier. Near the entrance, scattered bones could be from people who fell in, but the deeper remains suggested something darker, possibly a person thrown into the cave and dragged further inside. Some accused the brothers of faking the find, but experts confirmed the bones were human. One person stated, "My girlfriend and I are watching from Canada. We're both paramedics. Definitely a human femur and a human cranium." This raised a bigger question. When had this person died? If it happened in recent decades, it could solve a long-standing cold case. High above the clouds, a pilot witnessed a mesmerizing light show, flashes that looked like lightning, and a mysterious beam shooting upward. It might seem like an alien beam, but it's a rare phenomenon called sprites or blue jets. Unlike normal lightning that strikes down, these electrical discharges move upward from large thunderstorms, reaching towards space. They were only confirmed relatively recently, and are so elusive that only pilots and satellites have a chance to capture them. What do you think? A woman walking home one night spotted some strange footprints near a house. The prints were about her size, but the toes were odd. 2 toes, one bigger and pointed. Curious, she decided to follow them, but at one point, the tracks just disappeared. The last print was bigger and messier, like it might have been made by something that jumped. If a creature made these tracks, where did it go? The sudden end to the footprints leaves a lot of questions. In the wilderness, the unexpected is always possible, and this scene proved it once again. At first glance, this long-legged animal looks like a fox from another world, but it's actually a maned wolf, a unique South American species nicknamed the fox on stilts for its tall legs and fox-like features. A trail cam recorded something unexpected. A wolf walking through at night, that's normal. But behind the wolf, there's a dark shape with glowing eyes moving in the darkness. What could it be? It's probably not a black bear, since they don't just appear and disappear like that. Some think it's just a low-light camera effect, but what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. While hiking in the woods, a seasoned wildlife enthusiast, famous for photographing different animals, had a fascinating encounter. At first, the enthusiast noticed a dark, shadowy figure peeking from behind a tree and thought it was just a typical wildlife sighting. But things quickly became unusual. The surprisingly large creature attempted to hide behind the tree, yet instead of simply staying out of sight, it seemed to vanish. This strange event raises questions. Could it be a cryptid or some creature that doesn't fit into the usual categories? In April 2025, a YouTuber from Paranormal Discovery went on a solo camping trip deep into Dagger Woods, Nova Scotia, a forest steeped in dark legend. Locals tell of a man who killed his wife and disappeared into these woods. Hoping to learn more, the YouTuber came with only his dog and a tarp for shelter. As night fell, he set up EMF detectors and spirit bells around the camp, just to be cautious.
What is that? It's an aggressive dog. What the?
While sitting by the fire, strange noises started to echo from the trees, and then the true terror began.
I just caught a humanoid on a night shot. Okay, this is gonna scare you guys. This is really gonna scare you guys. What I just captured may have been the clearest humanoid I think I've ever captured. The things that I've been seeing with my own eyes, and I've been telling you guys for the past like few weeks, I just caught it. What the hell is that thing, man? What the fuck? I was taking night shots like that way, kind of like where we came from the beginning. This is where the humanoid would have been, right up there. So, for a better understanding, the car is facing that way. The humanoid would have been right there. Check this out. Check this out. Standing tall. What in the is that thing? Look at that. It's got a round head and it's standing about, I don't know, 15 feet off the ground or floating. Like, what is that? Seriously, that makes no sense. That really doesn't make any sense.
He caught a towering humanoid figure, nearly 15 feet tall, on camera. But it didn't end there. The deeper he went into the woods, the more intense and unsettling things became.
Hello? Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Ooh. That pain just dropped me. I think something spiritual just attacked my chest. Something just knocked me over. I just started tearing. Something just, like a pain just hit me. I take that as a spiritual warning. Oh my God. It's on my face. What is that? Is that blood? No way. I was tearing over there. Did I just tear?
He collapsed, overcome by a sharp pain in his chest, and to his horror, blood began to stream from his eyes. As he tried to escape, something even stranger happened.
Oh my God! That is incredible. What the? I had that once before, so whoever's with me knows my name. But I never introduced myself. The thing is, how did it know my name? I don't even think I introduced myself.
What exactly did he come across that night in Dagger Woods? This footage was captured by a Ring doorbell camera. From the footage, it's clearly nighttime and raining heavily. Upon closer inspection, you can spot a strange ball of light in the sky, too high to be a streetlight and not resembling any typical star. Is it a distant object from space, a rare weather phenomenon, or some optical illusion? It certainly sparks curiosity. This video shows a weird mix. The bottom half looks like a fish with a tail and fins, but the top half looks more like some kind of bug. The way it wriggles just makes it even stranger. It's hard to tell for sure with the blurry footage. It could be some rare animal, a freak mutation, or maybe just a hoax. Either way, it's definitely a head scratcher. This clip, recorded by an unknown person, captures birds, dogs, and footsteps in a typical forest. Suddenly, the camera zooms in on a mysterious black creature rummaging in the trees. It lifts its head, then slowly disappears into thin air. Some believe it might be Bigfoot, but its sudden vanishing is puzzling. Is it a ghost, a new spirit, or something else? And is the video even real? It's hard to say. Share your thoughts below. Take a look at this man with long, silvery hair flowing down from his shoulders to his back. Believe it or not, this is a rare condition called hypertrichosis, sometimes nicknamed werewolf syndrome, where excessive hair grows in areas it normally wouldn't. It can be present from birth or develop later in life, and this person is a living example. This recently surfaced video online has brought the existence of dragons back into the spotlight. Take a look. The footage reveals a dragon-like creature resting atop a tower in Dallas, seen lounging calmly before taking flight with its massive wings. Since the video went viral, many viewers have claimed to spot similar creatures in their areas. Could this be proof that dragons, once thought to be mythical, are living among us? Check out this majestic stag, stopping someone dead in their tracks. Watching it is intense, and hopefully, whoever saw it didn't hunt it. Such a beautiful creature deserves to be left alone. A horse breeder in Ohio posted a video that sparked a wave of online speculation. The footage shows a creature with a horse's body but a dog-like head, puzzling viewers. Some believe it's a bizarre breeding experiment, while others aren't so sure. Adding to the mystery, the breeder has disappeared, leaving everyone to wonder where this strange hybrid came from and why. What starts as a peaceful walk through a sunlit field quickly turns strange. A woman is casually filming herself, enjoying the moment, until something odd shows up. Behind her, sharp-eyed viewers notice a quick movement on the ground. A small, shadowy figure with a human-like shape darts out of sight in just a flash. At first, it almost looks like a tiny person, but those are just in cartoons, right? Then again, with everything we've seen on this channel, maybe it's not so crazy after all. Rather than a typical daily scene, this clip reveals something truly puzzling. While scrubbing, the person noticed something odd. The foam on the floor started forming a spiral shape. Even after they stopped, it kept appearing, with no apparent external force. What do you think it is? Just a quirk of physics, or something more mysterious? In a dark basement, a strange little creature was spotted crawling across the floor. What makes it so creepy are the 3 sharp, claw-like appendages jutting out from its body. As it moves, it stretches out what seem to be webbed wings, each ending in 3 black pointed claws. Despite its tiny size, it gives off an unsettling vibe, a reminder that even the smallest things can be deadly. The big question is, what is it? A creature is seen moving, displaying dark fur and a stance that differentiates it from familiar animals such as bears or gorillas. Its upright, humanoid posture has been a consistent trait in Bigfoot reports. While the dark fur and posture align with typical Bigfoot descriptions, the obscured facial features and limited details keep the mystery unresolved and open to more research. A group of men were having a good time when they noticed a pair of eerie eyes appearing from the forest. They stopped to get a better look and discovered a creature that looked like a ghost, covered in a white ghostly sheet. It locked eyes with them, giving off a truly unsettling vibe. A TikTok user was hiking when he spotted something really unusual in the woods. Without hesitation, he pulled out his phone and started recording to capture the moment. Encounters like this only deepen the mystery of Bigfoot, leaving more questions than answers about this elusive being and its behavior. This is Unexpected, a piece of sushi that seems to have a mind of its own. The filleted fish appears to be moving on its own. Some might call it possessed, but it's actually due to postmortem nerve activity. Even after a fish is filleted, residual electrical signals can cause its muscles to twitch or spasm. It doesn't mean the fish is alive, it's just a natural reaction as the remaining nerve cells fire. A gigantic figure moves alongside a plane and then vanishes almost instantly. The mysterious entity has no face and a body about the same size as the aircraft. A passenger quickly captured this unusual sight on camera, leading to widespread speculation on the internet. Some say it resembles Zeus, the Greek sky god, while others believe it might be members of a hidden community with the power to fly, living high above. What's your take? This scene takes place in a car, and it's like nothing you've ever seen. It looks like a piece of foam, the kind used for cushions or packaging, except it's moving, almost as if it's alive. The whole thing has an eerie, otherworldly vibe to it. Check out this footage, it's worth a look.
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't see the thumb. There is a print right here that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what this thing did.
You can pick it up barely right now.
That's a left-hand print.
That's the kitchen. So the interesting part about these windows, these were the only 2 windows in the entire home that you could see through the curtains. We changed those, she changed those curtains yesterday.
This thing was peeking in to see what y'all were doing.
That's the only window he could see.
It was peeking in to see what you were doing.
The man in the blue shirt says that a huge, furry creature was spotted peeking into their home. He and another person came by to investigate and concluded it was a Bigfoot, pointing out handprints on the window, though we can't see them ourselves. Imagine seeing a giant ape-like figure staring into your room. Some people in the comments felt Bigfoot was just being curious, while others thought it was drawn to the smell of food. A few even speculated it had darker intentions. In a video filmed earlier this year, we're taken to a remote spot engulfed in the stillness of the night. The camera's beam shines down, uncovering a mysterious and puzzling scene on the ground. As we look into the darkness, we can make out 2 faint lights moving together. Some people have suggested it's a person wearing reflective gear, while others think it could be an animal like a fox or wolf. What do you think? Let's take a look at some Bigfoot photos. The first image shows Bigfoot staring into a trail camera. Although the photo is blurry, you can still see the outline of the creature, including its nose, mouth, and broad shoulders. The second picture was taken on a mountain and shows a suspected Bigfoot. When zoomed in, you can clearly see its distinct head shape, a common Bigfoot trait. That location is known for paranormal and alien sightings. The third image, captured by a trail camera, features a strange creature with characteristics similar to Bigfoot. After viewing these photos, do you think these mysterious beings are real or just an elaborate hoax? Head over to Minnesota, where a man on his way to fish stumbled upon a Bigfoot that left behind footprints. While fishing, he saw a massive creature rise from the water and into the woods. Turning, he caught a clear glimpse of a cryptid staring at him. His fear faded into curiosity, and he chased it, but only found huge footprints. The size of the tracks convinced many that he truly met the Bigfoot. Do you believe him? Meet the fascinating dead leaf mantis, a camouflage expert that looks exactly like a dried, curled up leaf. Its leaf-shaped body and natural coloring make it nearly invisible, allowing it to hide from predators and sneak up on its prey. It's a perfect example of nature's creativity and how species adapt to survive. So, next time you're exploring the wild, keep an eye out. This master of disguise might be closer than you think. A group of men was on a rooftop when they spotted a strange green light glowing from behind the clouds. The big question remains, what's behind these mysterious lights? Are they simply a rare natural phenomenon, or could there be something more secretive happening above our heads, hidden from view? After a 5-hour journey, these explorers finally reached a secluded spot, only to be met by a lone cemetery at the entrance.
Oh God, they really didn't want people coming down here. So much barbed wire. Yeah, be so careful. I honestly don't know. But that is a lot of barbed wire. One slip and you're getting punctured. Oh, please, God, let it be open. We've traveled 5.5 hours. Just don't fall.
Oh, just take your time.
It's slippery too, so be careful. Please, please say you're open. Please say someone's left you open. I don't see a lock. Wow, they really filled this place up with barbed wire, didn't they? Oh. Can you hold this while I push on the door? Oh God.
Really?
Hold on. Give me a camera. This is so bad. It opened. I'm scared too. It's okay. We've done it, guys.
After forcing their way through thorny undergrowth and a barbed wire fence, they reached the door of an abandoned church. To their surprise, it was unlocked. Inside, the building was falling apart, and at the end of a flooded hallway, this is what they came across.
Oh, it's a skull. It's a human skull. It's still got hair on it.
Oh my God.
It's still got hair on its head.
Is that real?
It's real. All of this is real.
Why is this?
Oh my God. Oh my God. There's a jawbone.
There's so many bones in there. Why is that being pulled out?
It's just a jawbone.
Oh my God. I hate to do this. Take the camera.
I
Take
can't
the
believe
camera.
this.
Listen. All right. Obviously, I've crawled through mountains of bodies when I was in Paris catacombs, so this doesn't really faze me. I've already been basically covered in human bones.
You okay?
I'm going to be as respectful as possible, but I'm going to prove to you this is legit.
Oh my God.
As they were looking at it, they suddenly heard a noise coming from behind them.
Oh my God. Oh God.
It's filled with dirt and grime and... What?
What's wrong? Down there.
This place is just creepy.
It's freaky.
How do you...
I went and stepped down there.
Yeah.
Right there. And on my own, you can just hear like rumbles like all around.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
When we walked through and I was at the back of you guys and you all came through here and I was still at the back there, I thought I could hear sort of like as if someone was walking behind me.
Really?
I've heard that one.
What's that?
What?
The shh. Somebody just shushed us.
Yeah, I thought that was when you...
No. Somebody just shushed us.
What then?
It went shh. Right, let's make the most of this and then get out.
One thing was certain. These explorers had likely awakened something that had been left undisturbed for too long. The footage shows a UFO-like object resembling a burning plasma ball. As the story spreads, opinions are divided. Some claim it's a hologram, others call it a hoax, and a few think it's part of an airplane show. What do you make of this strange spectacle? Is it a holographic illusion, a clever fake, or just a more ordinary event? This footage was captured at 3 a.m., and it shows a mysterious figure moving across the yard like it owns the place. What is it? That's the question puzzling everyone. Some think it's an aerial view of Bigfoot strolling by, others speculate it could be another cryptid, and a few wildlife experts suggest it might just be a skunk with its tail raised. What do you think it is? In this clip, a person shows off some truly bizarre hand moves. We're talking about fingers bending and twisting in ways that seem almost unreal. At one point, they even rotate their palm completely backward, a feat that's far from ordinary. Some wonder if this is due to a rare genetic trait, a unique medical condition, or simply hours of practice and training. Whatever the case, it's a fascinating example of how varied and surprising the human body can be. In the forest, there's a huge creature with bulging muscles and thick black fur from head to toe, standing about 8 to 10 feet tall. Unlike earlier pictures, this one matches the typical Bigfoot description, but looks much more powerful, like it could swing 5 trees with one hand. Despite its appearance, we still wonder if it's really genuine. This clip shows a bobcat rushing out of a cave, clearly fleeing from a threat. Moments later, a coyote appears, chasing after it. The coyote was probably hoping to catch the young bobcat while its parents were away, but it failed and left hungry. This wild moment is a reminder of how the animal world works, a constant game of survival between hunters and those trying not to get caught. This is strange. On a chicken farm, one of the workers came across a very odd bird. It had a chicken's body, but a head that resembled a dog, complete with ears. So, is this some bizarre experiment gone wrong, or just Mother Nature being playful? Would you be more amazed or completely freaked out to spot a chicken with a dog's head on your farm? The story behind this clip is actually pretty amusing. During a road trip, a couple spotted 2 furry creatures from a distance. Walking upright, hoping it was a rare sighting of Bigfoot, they rushed closer with their camera rolling, only to find out it was just a pair of bears strolling on their hind legs. Did you know bears can walk like that? Next up is a trail cam clip from deep in the woods. Something moves quickly from the right side to the left. The camera's pretty far back, but whatever it is, it's fast. It looks like smoke or fog moving. No clear shape. How's that even possible? Could it be something paranormal? Just a blurry image from zooming in, or maybe even edited? Let us know what you think. This furry figure was spotted standing in a mountain river. Its back to the camera. The water is about 5 or 6 feet deep, making the creature tall enough to stand out. The person who filmed it believes it's Bigfoot, and locals say sightings have happened here before. But this one looks slimmer and lankier than most Bigfoot sightings. What do you think it is? This clip from a chicken farm shows a bird with a very unexpected feature. 2 extra legs growing from its back. It's a rare and puzzling sight, a reminder that nature doesn't always stick to the script and can sometimes create truly unique surprises. Take a look at this trail cam image. At first, it appears to be some sort of ape, but its proportions don't quite match any known species, and its face is especially puzzling. The person who shared it claims it might be holding a baby, though it's hard to say for sure. What makes this sighting stand out is that it was captured in Florida, with many suggesting it could be the elusive skunk ape, a swamp-dwelling version of Bigfoot. So, what do you think? Is this really a skunk ape or just a misidentified animal? Let us know. During a raging fire, a silhouette of an unknown person was seen near the flames. The individual had a slender frame and was throwing a fit by the fire. This footage has divided opinion. Some believe it's just a frustrated man watching his belongings burn, while others think, based on the body shape and strange behavior, it could be the Slender Man or a skinwalker. Do you believe in spirits? Did you just say no? Then how do you explain this? Take a look. A see-through figure moves across the trail cam footage. There's definitely something strange going on. And the weirdest part? We have no clue what it is. It's like trying to grab a shadow. You know something's there, but you can't catch it. Maybe it's a fake, a clever trick to mess with us, or maybe it's something else. Something we just don't understand. Marine enthusiasts, take a look at the goblin shark, a truly unique deep-sea resident. With its long, flattened snout and sharp, protruding teeth, it has an unmistakably eerie look. It spends its life in the dark, frigid depths of the ocean, making encounters with humans incredibly rare. It's a mysterious reminder of the strange and captivating creatures that still lurk far beneath the surface. This clip was sent in by someone convinced their trail camera captured a skinwalker, but at first glance, it's just a deer standing on its hind legs. The person thought it might be a skinwalker trying to play a trick, but from what I understand about deer, this is pretty normal behavior. They often stand up to reach higher branches or food. Of all the things a skinwalker could do, it's hard to imagine one choosing this. But hey, what do you think? In this clip, a coyote with glowing eyes hunts for an opossum hiding under a rock. The opossum, knowing it's in danger, slips deeper into the crevice just as the coyote attacks. The coyote can't find it and moves in the wrong direction. The video ends there, leaving it unclear if the opossum escaped or was eventually caught. Flying lizards, called Draco or gliding lizards, belong to the agamid family. They glide using membranes called patagia, formed by extended ribs. These insect-eating, territorial lizards usually live in one or a few trees, which males fiercely protect. Found in tropical rainforests across Southeast Asia and southern India, they are common in forests, gardens, teak plantations, and shrub jungles, and rarely stay on the forest floor. In this footage, a homeowner spotted a pair of eerie red eyes glowing in the backyard, completely motionless and unblinking. Understandably unsettled, he shared the video online. Viewers were quick to speculate. Some wondered if it could be the legendary chupacabra, famed for its blood-sucking habits, while others suggested it might be the rake, a creature from urban legend. Beneath the surface, something strange is happening. The ground shifting as a force from below pushes up, causing the concrete to crack and form a noticeable hole. It's certainly an odd and intriguing sight. It almost looks like a creature is trapped down there, but what do you think it really is? While visiting a friend deep in the woods of Aguazarca, San Miguel, El Salvador, this couple heard a chilling cry coming from the back of the yard. What they saw next was absolutely terrifying. A figure dressed in white moved silently through the night with the nearest neighbor miles away. The eerie isolation made the encounter even more unsettling. The lady in white is a famous ghostly figure in folklore, often linked to tragic spirits or legends like La Llorona. So, who or what did they really see that night? In the tiny holes of the sink, a strange little creature can be seen trying to wriggle its way out. Luckily, the sink drain is sealed tight, making it nearly impossible for the creature to fully emerge and leaving its identity a mystery. Despite this, the determined little critter is putting in its best effort to wriggle through that tiny hole. The real question is, what exactly is it and how did it end up in such an odd predicament? In 2011, a group of boys were camping in the woods of Oklahoma, filming a video about cooking their favorite meals. 2 days later, someone noticed a strange figure with fur moving like a human in the background. Since this area of Oklahoma is known for Bigfoot sightings, many believed it was an encounter with the creature, or possibly something more sinister. Whatever it was, the boys were lucky to walk away unharmed. Someone shared this clip, claiming it was an encounter with a forest spirit. Maybe 20 years ago, during the Lord of the Rings era, this would have felt more believable. But as much as I enjoy a good paranormal story, this one feels about as fake as it gets. A cameraman spotted some odd creatures in the forest. They had fur on their backs, similar to Bigfoot, but were much smaller, and had tiny arms and tails. At first glance, some thought they could be Bigfoot relatives, but many believed they were just people in costumes. The fact that the cameraman was able to get so close to them makes it seem more likely that they weren't wild animals. What do you expect to capture when setting up a trail camera? Usually wildlife. But in this clip, if you look closely, you can spot strange humanoid figures moving in the darkness, something far more eerie than animals. Once this video was shared, it sparked a lot of debate. Some in the paranormal community claimed it was a skinwalker or an alien. What's your take? In this trail camera clip, a cow stares fixedly at something. When the camera follows its gaze, a strange scene appears. A swirling mist of white smoke forms into a humanoid figure in a robe. The figure approaches the cow and begins making odd, dance-like movements with its arms. Whether this is a genuine paranormal sighting or an elaborate hoax, it certainly adds an intriguing twist. What do you make of it? Let's go back to 1994 for some rare footage that not many people have seen. Take a look. deep in the Blue Mountains of Oregon, near Deduct Spring, a man came face to face with what appeared to be a Bigfoot. The footage is shaky, but after a moment, you can make out a huge figure a few meters away. A creature with a human-like walk, but an ape-like build, long, bulky arms, and a massive frame that could easily do serious damage. Strangely, it doesn't seem to notice or care about the man. The person recording was certain it was Bigfoot, and considering this was long before advanced CGI, it's hard to shrug off. Over the skies of Colombia, an observer witnessed a surreal event, a huge human-like shadow cast across the sky. While clouds often form various shapes, the distinct features of this figure sparked both curiosity and doubt. Clouds can take on many playful shapes, but the sharp, deliberate lines of this massive form made people wonder if it was just light and shadow, or if the sky briefly revealed something beyond our understanding. In this footage, a group of friends come across a truly eerie sight, a strange, pale-skinned creature perched on top of a car tire, its long, thin neck making it stand out even more. Curiosity takes over, and one of them cautiously moves closer with a stick in hand. At the first poke, the strange creature quickly pulled its head back, as if warning the group to stay away. But when the stick came too close a second time, it suddenly surged forward, snapping at it with lightning speed. What do you think this could be? Share your thoughts. In January 2017, a security guard captured something unusual on camera during the night. A mysterious glowing object floated gracefully toward the camera, radiating an otherworldly light before disappearing from view. Confused, he shared the clip online for answers. Some called it a spirit orb, a vessel for ghosts or energy, while others wondered if it was an alien probe from another world. In the remote wilderness of British Columbia, a man comes face to face with a being said to exist only in legends. In the footage, the creature slowly emerges from behind the trees, its dark face framed by thick black fur. The legendary Sasquatch has long been a part of folklore, a massive, hairy, ape-like being said to roam remote wilderness areas. Despite countless sightings and stories, its existence remains a mystery. You'd think that with all the advanced technology we have today, we would have found some concrete evidence by now. Yet, when this footage surfaced online, many wondered if it was truly a Sasquatch, or just some kind of ape. This dashcam video, shot during a late-night drive, shows a mysterious figure clad in dark clothes, carrying an eerie, glowing lantern. After the clip went online, many thought it showed the Lantern Man, not the comic hero, but a figure said to roam at night, bringing bad luck or warnings. What's your take? Just someone wandering late, or something supernatural? This footage, captured in the US, shows a woman pointing her camera towards the sky to record a strange, fiery light. The scene is captivating. A flame-like glow moves gracefully across the sky, and just as it begins to fade, a smaller light appears, continuing the mysterious display. Was this an otherworldly UFO sighting, or maybe some kind of holographic projection lighting up the night sky? Check out this trail cam footage capturing a mother bear and her cubs strolling through the woods, possibly searching for a place to rest or some food. Despite their cute appearance, mother bears are highly protective and can be very dangerous if approached. Thanks to trail cameras, we can watch moments like these safely from a distance. This footage is truly unsettling. A cameraman was filming what seemed like a monkey in the woods, but then it suddenly spotted him and gave chase. The shaky video makes it hard to get a clear view, but one thing's certain: this was no ordinary monkey. The cameraman's reaction suggests it was something to be feared. Could it be the legendary dogman said to stalk these woods, a Bigfoot sighting, or just an ape encounter that's been exaggerated? Driving an SUV through the woods after a snowstorm is already challenging, but this trip was made even stranger by unexpected, mysterious sounds. While building a shelter for the night, strange sounds started echoing through the woods. These vocalizations didn't resemble anything familiar. They sounded like a mix between a howl and a growl. What do you think could be making those eerie noises? The pink fairy armadillo is a rare and fascinating little creature from the sandy plains of Argentina. Its delicate pinkish shell might seem fragile, but it's perfectly adapted for burrowing and surviving the harsh desert heat. Watching this, you've got to admit, sometimes real life is way more captivating than fiction. This clip was filmed in Vietnam, where a group of people is standing around a statue of the Virgin Mary. But if you listen closely, you can hear the people recording starting to freak out. The reason for their panic doesn't become clear until a few seconds later. Watch the clip to see for yourself. Did you see that? The statue really moved. It's hard to explain how this could happen, and no one knows for sure. Some see it as a miracle, while others find it creepy. Is it a true sign from beyond, or just a trick to stir emotions? High up in the clouds, someone captured this strange, mysterious figure on camera. That figure, standing still in the clouds, could it be a real-life giant or just an optical illusion? Sometimes the way lighting, angles, and cloud formations work can trick the brain. It's called pareidolia when we recognize shapes or patterns in random sights, like seeing a face in a cloud. It's how our brains make sense of things, even when nothing is really there. But then again, who knows? The picture was taken by a hiker and quickly sparked online debates. Some people called it a lion droid or dog man, while others, like Anita Allen, suggested its strange ribs might belong to a young bear, or it could be an AI creation or a Halloween prop. It's a mysterious find, and we'll let you be the judge of what it really is. In this footage, a child appears to be lost deep in the forest, a scene that instantly captures your attention. A young child appears to be wandering in the forest at night, and the person who uploaded the footage claims there are no settlements in this area, making it hard for them to understand how this scene could have been captured. They wonder if it might be a ghost or a spirit, but it's hard to say for sure. This trail cam capture has sparked a wave of online speculation. The mysterious figure, shrouded in mist, stands upright on two legs, with its head and shoulders covered in fur, fitting the classic Bigfoot description. However, unlike the usual bulky depiction, this one appears leaner and more slender, making people wonder if it's a younger Bigfoot, a new species, or an entirely different mystery hiding deep in the forest. After a night of camping in the forest, a group of friends set up a trail camera before turning in. The next morning, they found footage of a strange creature. It appears human at first, but its proportions, particularly the unusually short hands, seem unusual. Adding to the mystery is the spot itself, Red Gate, a place known for UFO sightings and strange events. Locals talk about cars suddenly stalling and strange figures appearing out of nowhere, with some even believing shapeshifters are behind it all. So what do you think about this creepy encounter? The footage shows a sleek, dark figure moving quietly, giving it an air of mystery. At first glance, it might seem like some paranormal creature, but it's actually a black panther. Black panthers are melanistic leopards or jaguars, born with darker fur due to a special gene. They're incredibly rare, making this trail cam capture a truly special moment for the owner. This video sparks a heated debate about a creature called the Yeti, often dubbed the Bigfoot of the Himalayas. The clip shows a tall, shaggy, white figure, estimated to be about 7 to 8 feet tall, strolling in the distance. While many felt this was genuine Yeti footage, others were convinced it was a hoax, just a person in a costume. A search of the area revealed nothing, leaving the mystery unsolved. Was it a Yeti or just a clever prank? What do you think? After a snowstorm, something strange showed up. It looks like a hand sticking out of the frozen river. When the person filming got closer and gently poked the hand, things took an unexpected turn. It was just a glove that had been floating in the ice. As soon as it was pulled out of the water, it deflated, leaving everyone puzzled. So, how did this glove end up looking like a hand reaching out from the icy river? Was it something paranormal, or is there a much simpler explanation? This strange, glowing figure was caught on a trail camera, and it sparked a lot of curiosity. These odd, rod-like shapes have been spotted before, sometimes looking like tiny, elongated creatures, almost like alien bugs. UFO researchers call them rods because of their long, thin bodies and the sphere-like shapes that seem to move them. Sadly, we only have a photo, not a video, so it's hard to tell how it moves. Skeptics say it's probably just a falling leaf or a feather, but it doesn't really resemble either. So, is this some kind of alien insect, a paranormal phenomenon, or just a misunderstood quirk of the camera? It's hard to say for sure. In the dense forests of Pennsylvania, a group of hunters set up trail cameras to monitor deer, a common practice for their trips. But this time, one camera captured something completely unexpected, a mysterious figure that looked like Bigfoot moving between the trees. What makes it even stranger is that no apes or similar animals are known to live in the area, adding an eerie twist to the hunter's routine and leaving them wondering what really lurks in Pennsylvania's wilderness. In Florida, a woman noticed something unusual about her plant.
We had rain last week, and I've noticed since the rain that my plants look like they've been spray painted silver. I'm not kidding you.
It looked as if the leaves had been spray painted by an unseen force, puzzling and upsetting the woman as she tried to understand what caused it. After sharing the images online, countless theories surfaced. Some thought it was just dirt from the rain, but others questioned how it could have stuck to the leaves in such an odd way. This clip shows a dark forest with a glowing orb resting on a tree root. Glowing orbs often seem mysterious. Some imagine angels or a glimpse of the afterlife, while others wonder if it's a strange creature or a portal. But what do you think it is? This footage, filmed at a national park reserve on Gulf Island, shows a large, dark, furry figure, partly hidden behind a tree deep in the woods. It seems to be focused on something, maybe a meal or an object it found. Its size and fur certainly match common Bigfoot descriptions, but as with many cryptid sightings, the video is too unclear to confirm its identity. Could it be a misidentified animal, a hoax, or the real thing? The Rocky Mountain Sasquatch organization received a video from a man named John that has left even veteran Bigfoot investigators shocked. John and his team captured what looks like a huge, bipedal figure running effortlessly up a steep, snow-covered mountainside in Utah's Wasatch Front. To put it in perspective, the observers were at about 4,200 feet, filming a peak nearly a mile higher, roughly 9,000 feet. That's over 3 miles of zoom distance and roughly 5,200 feet of elevation gain. The creature isn't just walking or strolling, it's sprinting, completely unfazed by the wind. The way this thing moves is astonishing. No snowshoes, no skis, no poles, just long, easy strides across deep snow in terrain that would slow down even trained mountaineers.
There's something wandering across the face of that.
After the sighting, a helicopter pilot flew over the area and found a trail of huge footprints, spaced far apart and lined up like someone on a tightrope, just like Bigfoot is said to move. Whether it's a hoax or the best evidence yet, it's hard to ignore. This image was reportedly captured by a trail camera deep in the woods, and the person who shared it is convinced it's the best, clearest Bigfoot photo ever taken. At first glance, it certainly looks like the back of a huge, upright primate. The fur and details seem very realistic. However, when you zoom in, the edges of the fur, especially on the left side, appear oddly blurred, which raises questions about its authenticity. This has led some to wonder if the image might be AI generated, or maybe that's just skepticism talking. This footage was captured by a woman who heard a knock at her door and went to investigate, only to be met by an eerie-looking deer staring straight at her. Unlike a normal deer, which would typically run away, this one stood its ground, locking its gaze on her as if trying to draw her in. Terrified, the woman quickly closed the door, fearing that it intended to come inside. Some wonder if this was a skinwalker, a shapeshifter said to mimic animals and lure people closer, especially since its behavior was so unnatural. Did she narrowly avoid something sinister, or is this just a case of overthinking? The trail cam caught something really puzzling, a group of deer moving quietly through the dark. But then, watch the very last one. A translucent deer shows up for a moment and then disappears as soon as it steps into view. This strange sight could make even skeptics wonder if ghosts or unseen forces are real. Could it be the spirit of a deer, some kind of forest entity, or just something we can't explain? Whatever it is, it definitely leaves you with a lot to think about. One night at a pipeline station, a guard saw something unusual. A pale, hairless creature with a hunched back coming out of the shadows and disappearing into the woods. Freaked out, he ran away fast. What do you think that was? A man was walking with his little boy in a remote part of the woods when suddenly he heard a roar coming from the trees. The sound was unlike anything he'd heard before, deep, rough, and hauntingly primal. At first, the father guessed it was a common animal in the woods, but when the eerie roar continued, he stopped filming and took his son away. They didn't see the creature, leaving everyone wondering, was it just a bear or something stranger? We've got a strange and puzzling set of trail cam shots. I won't say too much just yet. Take a look at these images first. In the first shot, it just looks like a bright object, but in the next frames, you can clearly see the light moving from one spot to another. Strange, right? Could this be some kind of paranormal being made of light? If you've ever seen something like this, tell us in the comments. This clip shows a huge moose way bigger than normal, with antlers stretching about 7 feet like tree branches. Two guys got really close to it, but the moose's size freaked them out. One of them tried to scare it off with a stick, which was pretty risky since this moose wasn't your average animal. Have you ever come across something like this? The owner of a trail cam was stunned when he reviewed his footage and spotted a large, furry creature with white fur partly covering the lens. The location is known for Bigfoot rumors, and though he hadn't seen anything himself, this image made him question if it might be evidence of Bigfoot. What's your take on this mysterious figure? Here's another UFO sighting, and this one's hard to miss. The object is a classic saucer-shaped craft, speeding across the sky like a scene out of a sci-fi movie, leaving onlookers amazed and intrigued. For decades, UFO sightings have sparked curiosity and debate. Some believe these objects are secret military aircraft, while others are convinced they're from another world. But the truth is, the mystery remains. We still don't know what they really are. In 2014, a man took this photo near the beautiful Flathead Lake area in Montana. A creature appears in the sky that's clearly not an ordinary bird. Its shape doesn't match anything in bird guides. Some believe it could be a real, living pterodactyl from the dinosaur era. A man takes his dog out to the woods for a game of fetch, and at first, everything seems completely normal. But when he goes to pick up the toy, he notices something strange. The dog's face looks odd, almost human-like. Could it be that the dog just made a peculiar expression? Some people aren't so sure, suggesting it might be a skinwalker. What do you think? This trail cam shot shows a huge, ape-like figure covered in dark fur, walking toward the camera. Just looking at it gives you the chills. Sure, it might be someone in a really good Bigfoot costume, maybe the best we've ever seen. But even if that's true, it doesn't change the fact that tons of people have seen things and shared proof that creatures like Bigfoot could actually exist. Jen Graff captured this spooky footage on a foggy night in his son's driveway. If you look carefully, you'll notice a pale, mysterious figure quickly moving past the camera. It doesn't quite resemble a normal ghost, leading some to speculate it might be the infamous rake or a shape-shifting skinwalker. This eerie clip shows a pale, ghostly figure that sways slightly to the side before returning to its spot. Its arms and legs resemble a human's, but its huge, alien-like eyes give it a truly disturbing, otherworldly look, reminding some of the rake, a creature said to crawl on all fours. Even with investigations and reports of people disappearing when they appear, nothing solid has ever been uncovered. It's almost like it only shows itself when it chooses to. This creepy footage was recorded by someone exploring an abandoned building, and it really makes you think. As the camera pans through, it stops on an open space where something unusual appears. It looks ordinary at first, but when you slow down the video, it seems like a pale face with messy dark hair. Is this just our brain tricking us, or is there something stranger going on? A deer hunter in Virginia captured a strange little creature on his trail cam and was so unsettled by the image that he called in Sasquatch experts to take a closer look. The camera was set up before hunting season to spot deer, but instead caught this brown, bear-like figure that resembled a Bigfoot-type creature. At first glance, it could be a bear cub or even a chimp, but the hunter is convinced it might be a juvenile Sasquatch. Its odd proportions and shaggy fur have left both the hunter and experts puzzled, raising questions about what else might be hiding in the woods. This puzzling video shows what looks like a supernatural encounter with a creature that seems part human, part dog. The creature stays calm while being filmed, looking straight at the camera, which makes it even more intriguing. People are debating whether this is a real dog man or just someone in a costume. This eerie footage was captured by a factory worker during a night shift. While going about his duties, he noticed strange movements and started recording. The video shows orbs of light drifting in the dark, moving in an oddly coordinated way. To the worker's shock, the orbs seem to form a figure that appears to walk on two legs. Orbs like these have long been linked to paranormal activity. Some believe they're spirits or energy beings from another realm. What do you think? This footage shows a strange creature trying to get through a wire fence. It has brown fur, sharp teeth, and legs that look a bit unusual, like it might stand on two legs. The fence is supposed to keep things out, but this creature seems really determined. Some people think it might be a dog man, and honestly, it's easy to see why. Wolves are known for many things, but not everyone knows they're great at fishing. This trail cam footage captures a wolf patiently stalking its target and then snatching a fish with lightning-quick reflexes. A perfect example of how resourceful they can be in the wild. Thanks to trail cameras, we get a rare glimpse of moments like these that would otherwise go unseen. A Reddit user was driving with a friend when they suddenly ended up right in the middle of a tornado. This capture, taken by a Bigfoot researcher, was claimed to be an authentic, groundbreaking photo of the creature. At first glance, it looks like many other Bigfoot images online, except this one shows its back in higher resolution. What makes it intriguing is the copyright dispute that followed. Several people tried to use the photo as their own, leading to legal battles. The original photographer sued, but the case was eventually dismissed. If the picture is worthless or inauthentic, why would so many fight over it? Perhaps it is a genuine Bigfoot sighting. This footage was taken by a group of friends on a fishing trip when they spotted a strange figure moving just a few feet away. It appeared to be an ape-like creature, much larger than a person, covered in brown fur, and walking upright on two legs, something that only humans can do. The friends, shocked and frightened, quickly left the area too. They later shared the video online, claiming it was Bigfoot. It certainly looks like a classic Bigfoot sighting, acting more like it wanted to be left alone than to attack. A group of mysterious, white-cloaked figures can be seen floating high in the sky. It might seem dreamlike, but it has an unsettling, eerie quality. These strange beings appeared to be holding some sort of supernatural gathering, looking like angels with a haunting twist. So far, this video remains a mystery, with no one able to explain it. This video captures a creature hopping unexpectedly. At first, it looks like a frog, but a closer look reveals it's actually a worm. It's like nature's way of throwing us a curveball, showing us just how surprising it can be. This hopping worm is a great reminder of that. In this image, a black bear is standing on its hind legs, ears tilted back, focused on a piece of red fabric tied to a branch. The fabric is securely knotted, clearly tied by someone with serious scout skills, strong enough to hold up despite the bear's efforts to pull it down. As the bear feasts, crumbs fall to the ground, and it shows no interest in dropping back down to all fours anytime soon. It would have been great to see this in a video, but the photo itself captures the scene well enough. In the remote mountains of Russia, a hiker exploring the wilderness was drawn to strange, eerie noises coming from a cave. Curious, he shone a light inside and spotted a dark, mysterious figure lurking in the shadows. Its form was obscured by the dim light, but it seemed aware of the hiker's presence. Encounters like these have long fueled folklore and legends, leaving us to wonder, what could this creature be? This footage was taken in Snyder, Central New York during turkey season. The person recording hoped to spot turkeys, but captured creatures that resemble Bigfoot. Their walk is very human-like and different from typical Bigfoot sightings. Could this be a new species, or just people in suits? What do you think? This video is from Haunted Finders, a team famous for investigating some of the UK's most haunted and paranormal active spots. On June 4th, 2025, they arrive at a location rumored to hold Viking-era significance, a place said to be charged with ancient energy. Their goal for the night, to make contact with whatever spirits remain. Equipped with EMF detectors and EVP recorders, they start a focused investigation, aiming to capture proof of spirits, or something even more sinister.
Yeah. Yeah. Should we try another one?
Yeah, might as well. Right, feet still. Silence.
Right, here there. Whoa. Whoa. Did you just hear that woman?
Right over there.
She, it's like someone, that was like a woman was here when, just like that. It did it right as I went to press record.
Press record now. There.
Is there a lady here? Are you walking over there? Tell us your name. Did you hear that?
You hear that?
What was that? That was that weird shouting again. That sounded like someone shouting, screaming again. Did you hear?
Yeah.
Constant footsteps here?
Yeah.
It were coming towards us.
What's done that then, on it? Just
Definitely
behind
heard a woman as well.
Yeah.
Let me see this.
Are you walking over there?
Over here.
Are you walking over there?
Over here.
Are you walking over there?
Over here. No way.
Are you walking over there?
You hear that? It says, I thought it says over here, but it goes over there. It mimics me. What is going on here?
Let's keep doing it.
There's a, I'm telling you, it's beginning to get quite active. We're constantly like feeling like there's people around us watching us. Yeah. And we're hearing weird things, hearing movement.
Over there. Oh,
voices screaming. That was just maxing then. I just spotted out the corner of my eye.
Is that you again? Is that the lady who says, I'm over here?
As the team starts their EVP session, responses come almost instantly. The replies are unnervingly clear. Not just vague sounds, but sharp, intelligent answers. Their questions are met with quick, thoughtful responses that seem to grasp what's being asked. These could be some of the clearest spirit communications they've ever recorded, making the experience all the more unsettling.
Can you walk towards us?
How many of you around us?
Is there anything you want?
3 steps.
What,
Definitely loud, it was loud. I think I got it on here. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you walk towards us?
What was that?
Can you walk towards us? Can you walk towards us?
What does that? This was a scream. What is that? Oh, that was you shushing. Jesus, what does that shout? That's a proper scream. First you say, is that the woman? It says yeah.
Listen.
Straight away it says a yeah. Listen to this.
Can you walk towards us?
Do you know what I think it goes, I'm here. Like that, like
Frustrated,
frustration.
yeah.
Listen again. Oh yeah. Or something like that. This is crazy. Something proper, I told you, there's someone or multiple of them surrounding us because the EMFs have been maxing like crazy.
Yeah.
It's been answering every time you mention something about Vikings, anything to do with the Vikings.
Yes, we're going to set the REM pod up now. Make sure there's no leaves around it. Get anything. Right, to explain.
What are you doing off? Can you walk towards that red light?
It's not going to harm you. It's another device that tells us that you're around us. I think you've just done it.
It went off, yeah. As soon as I turned my back to it. Are you still here with us then? I heard you shouting. Could you try and say whatever you said again, but clearer for us? We know you're around us, we can feel you, and we've heard you. Were you Viking? What was that? If any of you guys see or hear anything strange throughout the video, Do let us know down below in the comments. Because it definitely feels like we're being watched by something or someone. It's almost like they've stepped back a bit, because you know the footsteps are coming from at a distance. You got footsteps up there, footsteps behind me over this direction.
Footsteps echo all around them, moving slowly and deliberately from unseen places. Then, the responses take a darker turn, one turning into a deep, demonic scream unlike anything human. The heavy dread and feeling of being watched become impossible to shake.
Yeah,
Yeah, like even the EMF's gone completely flat. It's like they've moved slightly away from us. It does feel like we're being circled. Just having a little break at the minute. But whilst David and Kev are over there, look, munching chocolate. I'm hearing stuff up here. If you're over there, can you use your voice and say something? Hello? Hello? Whoa. What are you doing? There's someone over there moving around. Shout back at us. Hello? This place gives me the creeps.
Yeah, a bit airy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting very eerie. Like now I'm gonna have a break and I'll turn the camera on if anything happens. Hopefully they don't steal the Mars bar. It's just weird, isn't it, how like those EMFs were going absolutely mental.
Yeah, earlier.
Like consistent red as well, which is very rare. Like we've done last few investigations. Participate. Is that what you were doing? Participating in the investigation?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
So the last few investigations we've done, we haven't had spiders like that, have we?
No.
They've been like a couple of lights, few lights. It's got to be high, there's got to be a high amount of energy in this area. We were getting like response after response after response.
Nothing, yeah.
Then, just as suddenly as it began, everything falls quiet. The forest becomes still. No footsteps, no voices, only the unsettling silence after what could be the team's most intense paranormal encounter yet. From the clear messages to the chilling scream and the approaching footsteps, it's clear they weren't alone. Was this just spirits reaching out, or something older and more sinister? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.